We're here at the 2015 PGA show in the Matrix booth with Tom. We wanted to talk a little bit about the misconceptions that come along with graphite shafts. And one of my personal favorites, and one I hear all the time, is that going lighter in graphite automatically makes it whippier or too soft. Maybe you could expand on that.
Sure, okay. I've heard that one too. And most people assume that a light graphite shaft is going to be a more flexible shaft, which isn't the case at all. I mean, it can be, and for some players you want to give them a light shaft because they have a slower head speed and they probably need a softer flex. So you see a lot of those products, there's no doubt about that. But as we talked in another section, how we have different grades of graphite fiber, I can make a 50-gram shaft just as stiff as an X-Flex and an 80-gram shaft, or even stiffer if I want, just by changing the material grade. So, I'd have to say that hypothesis is definitely busted.
The technology nowadays certainly lends itself to that. The improvements on weight as well as flex have been fairly impressive in the last 5 years alone.
Yeah, there's no doubt. If you look at irons right now, people are playing some lighter steel shafts, and what we've done is we do steel or iron shafts in 3 different weights. We can achieve the same flex profiles in all those weights, and then give players an option of having a lighter shaft or building the club longer if they want, and still having the correct shaft stiffness for what they need for their iron.
And that's an interesting segue into iron shafts. We hear a lot from traditionalists saying graphite can never replace steel in my irons. They're too whippy. They're too soft. They're just not the same.
Right. There's some combination in steel that a certain stiffness and a certain weight. We can achieve all those properties in graphite. The difficult part of it is, since graphite is so much lighter, you would just have to put a much larger volume of material there. And it actually creates a very, very small diameter mandrel, which is not the easiest thing to use in a production environment.
So maybe at this point, graphite as an industry, along with the iron industry, because a lot of people are going for the lighter shafts in steel, 90, even 80 grams, it could be more suitable for graphite irons or graphite iron shafts to take hold.
Yeah, I think as people go lighter, people are giving them a chance. We've done everything we could to enhance the feel and feedback of our new Program F15 irons. We worked really hard with the stiffness profiles so that they get a good, stable feeling. And I think when people hit them, they'll see that.
Okay. And the one final myth that we're going to talk about is a pretty interesting one. Maybe it is true, and you'll certainly be able to tell us that. Do graphite shafts wear out?
Graphite shafts do not wear out. I've heard that myth, and a graphite shaft is just layers of material, and when you cure it up, it bonds into one solid, continuous piece. For a shaft to wear out, there would have to be some delamination and debonding in between those plies. And if that happens, that shaft will probably break soon. So, if you have a shaft that's 4 years old, if you check the CPM of it 4 years ago and you check it now, it's going to be the same.
So I hope those myths have been busted for you. Again, we're here at the 2015 PGA show in the Matrix booth. I'm from THP TV. I'm Dan Edwards.